Hello everyone, I am Elaine Oyang, certified yoga therapist, and welcome to this channel. Welcome to my video today. And today's sequence is yoga for calming anxious minds. Now, if you are like me, I tend to think a lot and overthink and overworry about things in the distant future that probably is not so relevant and not so important for the current moment right now. So I get carried away from the present moment often, even though I practice and preach mindfulness all day long. So if you're feeling like you tend to do that as well, don't be so hard on yourself. If you tend towards anxiety, this is the sequence for you, because I will start off the sequence with movement that will help you shake off the excess adrenaline and cortisol, where you just feel really agitated and restless, so that you can get that energy out of your way, then transition slowly into something that is dialing down the energy level from way up here, a state where it's more hyper vigilant, to somewhere down here where you can really rein down your nervous system. So go ahead and take this practice with me. I would love for you to comment below if you enjoy this video, and also share and subscribe. Okay, so we're gonna start by walking in place, letting your arms swing loose, and keep on let your shoulders and head swing loose if that feels okay in your neck. And basically what you're trying to do here is to shake off any excess adrenaline and cortisol coursing through your bloodstreams. When you are feeling anxious, it's your brain's and body's way of receiving the information that there might be a potential threat, even though the anxiety might be caused by something that you created in your mind, whether that something is in the future and worry about some event that may or may not even happen. However, your body responds the same way, as if there is a life or death pattern or a life or death threat. And when our bodies are faced with that, we'll often go into fight or flight, which you may have heard of. And if you think of it, when you feel anxious, you may feel one or two ways. You may feel frozen and paralyzed, and your body might feel very rigid, or you may feel like you need to just kind of burst out in energy, go for a run, yell, or punch something or do something. So if you think of it that way, those are very similar to that fight or flight response. First, you have paralysis, which is another way of fight or flight is freezing. But the other is fight or flight, where your muscles are prepared to do something, and hence the rigidity, but also at the same time that restlessness. So we're going to shake out this restlessness right now a few more times. You may feel your breath kind of quicken, but this is just a natural way of shaking the system off. Say, all right, we are going through this process of anxiety, and this is a process of calming down and eliminating that. All right, so now coming back into a regular standing pose, just wherever is comfortable. You may feel a little short of breath, so on the exhales, I'd like you to blow out through your mouth in a slight sound. So let me demonstrate. The inhale, and as you exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. So continue going on, but again, as you may notice, your exhales are now a little longer, which helps calm the breath down. Do one more. Beautiful. Now we move on to another breathing exercise called the lion's breath, or Simha Mudra. And it is a great way to let go of any pent up frustration or emotions that is bottled up inside. Again, when you have these suppressed feelings, whether that feeling is anxiety or something else, frustration, anger, sadness, grief, your body does lock up. So this will help free up that space too. On your inhale, breathe in through your nose. And as you exhale, so your tongue sticks out, your eyes open wide, you're stretching your mouth and jaw, and stretching your fingers. Take a breath in, and exhale. Take a breath in, exhale. 2 more, take a breath in, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Good. And then turn on your side so that you're facing your mat lengthwise. Okay, and you're gonna bend your knees. Bring your hips back. So you're not bending your knees forward like so, which will put undue strain on your knees. You're using your glutes and your thigh muscles to sustain you as you bend back. So it's like you're sitting into a stool behind you. And again, I'd like you to let your arms hang loose and just a little pulses here. Imagine you're on your trampoline. Okay, so you're just buoyant, you're spring-like, you're swinging your arms, letting your shoulders come loose, your legs and hips driving the activity. You may feel your legs working. So we're just gonna do for another 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you inhale, reach up, take hold of your left wrist, and exhale, lean out to your right side. And then come back up, take hold of your right wrist and lean to your left side. And come back up to the center, release your arms down. Step your left foot forward and your right foot back. So you're maybe about 2 to 3 feet in length. Notice that my right foot is slightly angled out. You'll do the same thing with your back leg. Your front foot is pointing straight forward. As you inhale, you're gonna pull back with your arms. So imagine you're pulling a band towards you. So your hands are in fists, your elbows bend by your side. You're gonna pull back and letting your shoulder blades squeeze in, chest wide open and gaze slightly upwards. As you exhale, push an imaginary heavy object away from you, letting your body lean forward, but you're still keeping this anchor in that back leg. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, push away. And you can do this with more monumental breath. Inhale and exhale. Imagine you're bringing in and pulling in energy and inner resources. Exhale, pushing away whatever is bothering you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, squeezing and exhale. Good. Release your arms down, step your feet together. Take a moment here, notice how you feel. And with the movement with the arms, you're also helping mobilize the rib cage and take in that deeper breath, which often gets stuck when there are a lot of thoughts running through the mind. We're going to switch sides, so now that you have your right foot forward, left foot back, or whatever your second side is. Again, make sure that back leg is anchored down, your toe pointing slightly outwards, front knee slightly bent. Elbows by your side, hands in soft fists. Inhale, squeeze back, let your chest lift. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull in, squeeze back. Exhale, push forward. Inhale. Exhale. And you can again imagine you're pulling in, drawing in inner resources. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing away what's on your mind. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good, and then come back up. Step your feet in together. Again, to find a moment, take a moment. If your heart is racing, breath is a little faster, you can utilize the long shh exhale again. Shh. Now we're gonna take a seat down onto the floor. Grab a bolster or maybe a few blankets or a block so that you have a place that's a little higher for you to sit on. I'm going to demonstrate with my bolster. You may also have a blanket handy by your side. We will stay in a seated position, so grab whatever will help you feel comfortable here. I'm going to sit with my legs extended forward, and ideally you want to have something high enough so that when you sit, you don't feel like you have to tense rigidly to keep your body upright. So if you need more support, higher support, grab some more. Even if you need more blankets or maybe even a second bolster or another block, so that when you sit upright, you can relax your body and not feel like you're leaning and slouching back. Okay? Keep your legs and feet relaxed. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, tip your body forward. You can have your hands against the floor and let your head hang if that feels alright in the neck and shoulders. If you need to, you can keep your knees slightly bent as you tip forward. So we're just kind of curling in, like a little egg shape as you round forward. If you do feel compression, tightness in the low back or your sacrum, press against the upper part of your thigh so that you back away. And just using some arm strength to keep your body in a more upright position, still curving in, but not just collapse all the way. Okay? So this forward rounding, curving in position is a really great way to start to now dial down the nervous system from high up, 150%, to somewhere a little lower. You may find that your breathing will start to calm down. Breathe into the back side of your body so that you feel your breath between your shoulder blades and down into the lower back side of your rib cage. Take 2 more breaths here. And then bring yourself all the way up. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Again, you can use a bolster as I'm demonstrating here, or any support so that your hips are a little higher than your knees. And this will give you ample of space for your hip crease and your lower back to soften and ease into. We're going to end our practice with a breathing technique called humming breath. And as the name implies, the humming breath is when you exhale, you're going to hum softly through your closed mouth. And the humming only needs to be loud enough that you can hear it yourself. The humming sound can be at whatever frequency and pitch that feels most natural for you. And it can be whatever length of exhale that is most natural for you. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of times, and your length, your pitch might be different from mine, and the idea is not to match my pitch or my length of exhales. Everyone's breath is going to be a little different. The benefit of humming breath is that the sound itself can be very soothing and anchoring to the mind, especially if there's a lot of anxious thoughts and noises in there. The humming can kind of drown out other noises and thoughts that are floating around and spiraling around inside our minds. The second benefit of the humming breath is that it stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is this big wandering nerve that starts from the back of the brain, from the brain stem, through the neck and throat, and touches every single organ of our bodies. And the role of vagus nerve is to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous response, and you'll better know this as the rest and digest response, or the relaxation response, helping our digestion be a little smoother, helping us to rest better, relax better, helping us sleep better, helping all the functions in the body to just be a little bit more smooth and efficient. When you are anxious and stressed out, a lot of the functions in your body that, for example, digestion and reproductive system, can be kind of halted because of the stress. So we want to kind of dial back into the parasympathetic nervous response through the stimulation of the vagus nerve using humming breath. So like I said, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of times and just listen. I'm going to be doing it a little louder than what you would do it yourself, just so that you can hear. So again, as a reminder, you're humming on the exhales, and your pitch doesn't have to match mine, your length doesn't have to match mine. So let's go ahead and do 8 rounds together, 8 rounds yourself. You may end differently than me, so whenever you finish, just let yourself sit quietly and return to your natural breathing to observe the effects of the humming breath. And whenever you have finished, just sit in the quiet reverberation of the humming breath, allowing the effects to continue on within you. Perhaps you notice a sense of inner stillness, a quiet, like a pause from the busyness of the mind. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And as much as you can, maybe still allowing that sense of inner quiet to stay with you as you open your eyes. All right, and that concludes our practice today, Yoga for the Anxious Mind. If you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments below or reach out to me at Elaine Yoga Therapy, elaineyogatherapy@gmail.com. I have more practices, free live practices inside my Facebook group, Yoga for Pain and Fatigue, where I show up every Thursday live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's also a really great collective and supportive group if you're looking for more resources to help you manage persistent pain and chronic fatigue. All right, again, thank you everyone for watching and practicing with me. Please share this video if you know anyone who might benefit from this, especially during this uncertain time. I'll see you next time.